Good morning, guys. We are on the beautiful Eleuthera Island in a place called Rock Sound, and we arrived here 2 days ago to hide out from some weather, and we really thought it would have eased up a bit today, but it's still quite windy, so we had a whole day planned of visiting the little village in here. But now I think we have to wait a bit to see how it's going to sort out. I even have a long-sleeved sweater on me because the wind is quite cold actually.
First thing today is to check if the dinghy can hold air. Yesterday and the day before I did some patchwork on the dinghy since it's leaking on several places again. So it's a bit make it or break it if we can go ashore today, if it holds some air or not. So yeah, let's see. I actually managed to open up around the reinforcements of the transom, so I found some of the seams that opened up, so maybe there are more airtight this time. I hope so.
So we have actually been here on Eleuthera for I think 1.5 weeks since we left Nassau, and we have just been taking a break, relaxing, exploring some really cool places. And just today we received the emails that our passports are ready for pickup, so that means that the visa application is finished, and now all we have to do is sail to Nassau, which seems to be a bit of a problem because there is a huge weather system coming our way this weekend. So we have to hide out for a while, and right now it looks like they could be like a week before we can sail to Nassau, but we keep our fingers crossed that we can do that a bit sooner, because that would be awesome. So yeah, the weather rules our lives.
Now it's completely clean, and it's a real pity that the glue just makes everything fall apart, because it looks really good, the material and all that stuff. And I'm really happy that we bought a lot of more this two component super PVC dinghy glue in the BVIs, because we have already used 1/3 of it just patching up dinghy.
The moment of truth. Will it hold up? Or will we just have to fix it some more?
I cannot hear anything, so the leak is not as big as before, because before it was and now it still could be leak though, but it's silent. Now it looks like a real dinghy again. Let's see if it can hold up for the day's adventure.
Looks like the dinghy is okay, and it even looks like the weather is clearing up a bit. So we're going to pack up our things and head shore. It's a bit of a ride, and in this ways it could be a kind of wet ride. But we are heading into a borehole, so we are going swimming anyway, so maybe it doesn't really matter if it's a wet ride or not. But this is supposed to be a really cool little village. So we need swim clothes.
Emmy,
and
do you think we should bring the pump?
yes.
Okay,
I think that's a good idea.
I'm also voting for the pump. Let's pack it down to get rid of all other stuff.
Yes. And like I was saying, we need some swim gear and a towel And I also think we are going to need our snorkeling gear, because there was supposed to be a lot of fish in this deep seawater hole that we're heading to. Please hold the air until we get back. As I understand it, we could walk on the beach for the first part, so that we don't have to walk on the road. It looks like a bit more pleasant walk. Might even be a water place where we can rinse off the salt from the dinghy ride on the way. And then it's just like this much on the map to the caves.
On many places here in the Bahamas, we see the nature is taking back the houses. Just a lot of abandoned places around the Bahamas. It's quite sad to see, actually.
It was not a very nice beach. It's full of rocks and old glass. So we're keeping our shoes on. And I think that we're heading up to the road actually. I think my favorite beach this far in the Bahamas was in the place that we came from before we got here in Governor's Harbor. There was a super wide, almost like pinkish colored, and it was just gorgeous. So this is our first stop. Our like guide app said that it would be a 20-minute walk here. I don't. My watch just said that we have been walking for 5 minutes. So I guess the one who wrote that walks really slow. But we're here. It's a cave system and some kind of boiling hole. This is not the place where we are potentially going to swim, but we're here.
The reason why these holes, the blue holes, appear is that limestone slowly erodes, building an underground cave system, and eventually it connects to the ocean, so you can see the tides going up and down. So it's like they boil a bit when the tides and the waves are pumping into these holes.
So they say that you can see seawater turtles in here because they follow the water and end up in this little like lake. Since it's connected to the ocean, they can just swim back and forth.
I really hope for the sea turtles that they can find their way out, because I don't think this blue hole is a very nice place to be.
So the Eleuthera island is a lot different from the Exumas. First of all, because it's just one big island instead of many small islands. but also because a lot of the islands in the Exumas are private. So what you can do there is mostly like sea-based activities like snorkeling and like water caves and stuff. But this island you can actually walk around, which means that there is a lot of these places to explore, which we appreciate.
It's amazing how the trees can grow. They like you seeking the sunlight, and there's just roots and stuff around here, and they like grow through small holes in the limestone openings. It looks really crazy.
It's crazy that the nature can actually make this. And it's so quiet.
It's like in a church.
Maybe that's why it's called a cathedral.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like small flying things that bite you, almost like really small mosquitoes. So we are heading back into the sunlight so that we don't get totally eaten here.
Oh, it's itching everywhere. Oh.
Not much boiling going on here. I really hope there's more power in the boiling lakes as we get to Iceland, like they do in the movies. Ah, it feels good to be out in the sun again and getting rid of these mosquitoes. It's like, ugh, so damp and so much animals, so like, ugh. This time we really found a much better road. Like, we have seen one car in the past 12 minutes of walking, and that's a lot nicer than going by the main road. Right now we are heading to what they call a borehole, if I'm not mistaken, and this is also one of those holes that's connected out to the sea, but this is a really deep one.
Several hundred meters, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a really deep one. Also a limestone erosion formation.
But we'll see if it's as murky and brownish as the other one. I'm not going in.
No.
Some comments said that it was really clear water and a lot of fish, and another one said that it was murky water and you couldn't see a thing.
No, and trash and stuff.
And trash and stuff,
yeah.
So, but we should be there like any minute now.
Yeah, and hopefully it's clean and fresh.
So I said it wrong before. It's called a blue hole. It's over 600 feet deep, and there's a lot of fish.
You want to go in?
No. It looks kind of murky. So I think maybe I'm just going to dip my toes for good luck, since many locals believe that this pond has healing powers. it was a really nice shady place here, but there's also these little insects that bite you. So we're actually just packing up. We're moving on. There's supposed to be a small grocery store just around the corner here. So since we're sailing to Exumas tomorrow, which will be a stop before sailing to Nassau, there won't be any fresh food to buy there. So hopefully we can get some here, and then we're stocked up for a few days.
Bye, doggies.
It's a really nice store. Kind of big and a lot of stuff. 5 more island minutes. It's 15 minutes. Hopefully it's worth the wait.
We did get some lunch here at the various store, grocery store, everything store, and some food. This was really good. Really like grilled, barbecued vegetables, and a really nice wrap and some super good sauce. It was really good.
So it should be fairly easy to get back to the dinghy. We just have to go up to the road and then follow it, and we should be arriving like just above the dinghy dock. So let's go.
Oh, we got a ride from other fellow cruiser. They had a car here on the Eleuthera island. So we got a ride back to the dinghy. Really friendly of them.
They recognize us as sailors.
How could they tell? And how will the dinghy look like?
Looks kind of hard. Doesn't look like just a big lump of plastic in the sea.
No, it looks really good. Yeah, it looks good. Really happy for that. Hopefully it's feels good when we jump in it also, and that it will stay like this for a while before we have to patch it again.
Bananas!
We actually checked our anchorage that we plan to go to tomorrow, and it looks like with the wind directions that we're going to have, the wind and the current creates a very messy situation there between the islands. So there was a lot of bad comments about this place in strong winds, and it's going to be like 40 knots. So we reached out to another boat that we knew had been there a few days ago and asked their opinion, and they also thought that it might not be the best spot. So we actually decided that we're going to stay right here. There are a few spots in this bay where we can like move around as the wind moves. So we have decided that we are heading like for that coast, I think, so that we are protected from the southerly winds, and then we just take it from there. As the forecast looks right now, that means we are stuck here for about a week, which kind of sucks, but yeah, we would be stuck in the next spot for that same amount of time anyway. We wouldn't be able to do very much because of the winds, so it doesn't really matter where we are, I guess. But yeah, it always feels a bit frustrating when you are stuck, which we are now. We're just going to do some projects and try to have a nice time anyway. Hopefully it won't be as bad as they say it will. We should be able to move sometime beginning next week.